Hello and welcome to a Black Desert Online NPC and player character kind of tutorial of what kind of interactions you can have and what it all means. There's a lot of different squares and colors and symbols and everything everywhere when you're running around for the first time in this game, and I'm going to try to explain what they mean so that you understand what you need to do. So I'm going to try to focus on not just the screen, the main screen in front of you, but also the mini-map in the top right. You can see those question marks. Those are NPCs that you can actually interact with. If we walk up to one, you see there's little talking heads on the top of this guy. That shows that I can interact with him. If I walk up to that person, or it's a she, Melissa, I walk to a new town so that you guys could see hopefully more of the icons than the old town I've been in for a long time. So interact, I can press R, I can actually interact with her. We'll show you interactions a little bit later in this video. If we walk up, you see there's a yellow exclamation point above this guy. This guy, that yellow exclamation point means I have not interacted with him before. And interactions for the first time are important because it gains you knowledge of that person, which can be used in conversations with other NPCs later. So it's really important to talk to all the NPCs that are available. So all those little yellow exclamation points, people standing in the way, there's all those yellow exclamation points right here. You definitely want to get as many of those taken care of as possible. Next, we have this little icon here. It looks like a hammer and gavel. That's for a marketplace trader, and you'll want to talk to that person for any auction house stuff you want to do with the R button for interact. Okay? We're going to go up here. I'm just going to go through town. I'm going to show you basically the symbols and everything as I find them and explain what they are. That's another interact symbol. Players also have symbols over their head. It looks like this person is a, I want to say that's a level 3 crafter gatherer person. I'm not exactly sure on each of those, but you can look at the symbols above players' heads and tell basically how good they are at each profession if they focus on their professions and their crafting. There will also be ones where you see the level of their horse, so you'll be able to see, what tier horse they're riding or they have. Over here, we have a skill instructor. That's this icon there. And if we back up on the world map, I believe that is a kind of a hammer. It's not showing it on the map, but that is a hammer and hammer and shield. So if I actually interact with this guy,
under any circumstances, never turn your back on an enemy.
so you can learn skills. I'm going to turn down the dialogue for a minute just so we don't get distracted by talking while we're trying to describe what's going on. Dialogue volume gone. Okay. So you see it's got that weapon and shield. Now he has a little ... cloud over his head. That means we can engage him in a conversation. And that minigame, I'll explain that later. But you'll notice that now that in the minimap, now that I've talked to the skill instructor, his icon on the minimap now is uncovered. Those question marks are for interactable NPCs and NPCs we haven't met yet. But once we meet this guy, his icon changes to that. I guess it's a sword and axe. Ooh, look, a Helong, a pet. Nice, that's cool. So now we can see as we walk into this town, we're like, where's the skill instructor? We can walk around and say, oh, I see his icon. I'll just go straight to him. You can also search for NPCs. This is a really important tool up here, top right-hand corner, that little eyeglass. If I needed to find an NPC, I could just type in something like skill instructor. Here's all the skill instructors. Here's the ones in Olvia, here's ones in Velia, and we're in Hydel. So here's the one in Hydel. If I click on him, it shows an arrow going directly to him. And if I need to go to that NPC, I can now push T and it will auto run to that NPC. And boom, there's my skill instructor. Easy to find. If I get in front of this guy, it also you notice there's F1. I can greet certain NPCs, and each time I greet an NPC, it takes energy, but I greet him, it raises my amity. So I used up 3 energy, but I gained amity, and amity is used for unlocking additional conversations, or additional quests, additional things that they will do with you. In some cases, you'll get special items that you can trade. If you have a vendor that you're really friendly with, you can trade. You can purchase items that normally wouldn't be available to you at lower, basically, friendship levels. It looks like this guy has some kind of quest he's involved in. So when you get close to an NPC, if it has a quest, it'll be a square. It'll have a outline around it of a certain color, and it'll have the letter Q in the top left-hand corner, and a little picture showing kind of what that quest is about. There's a lot of different pictures, so just know that this is a quest icon, and see how it's glowing a little bit, saying, hey, there's a quest. This is related to a quest. And the outline colors are based off what kind of quest it is. I believe, I don't know which quest this is. I'd have to locate it, but just know that there are different colors for different quests, and we can figure those colors out later. If you're running around town, this is not really so much NPC related, but if you're running around town, you can actually go to these houses. You can purchase houses, and you can actually visit houses as well. So if you wanted to visit someone else who has a bigger house, like Nah here, you can go into houses in towns, and you see what kind of decorations they've done. There's Nah's house. Very, very cramped, I'll say that. And we're going to walk in here. There's a cook there. He has an interaction available. Trying to see if there's any other new NPCs I haven't interacted with. Here's a material vendor. Those will be for your crafters and your gatherers. You may need to buy things to make stuff or things to gather stuff, and those vendors will typically be able to provide that for you. Here's another guy with a quest. You see his icon is slightly different, also glowing, also yellow, and also has the letter Q in the top left-hand corner. So that's how you kind of keep your eye out for quests. Here we have a furniture dealer. This guy is going to be good for, and you see some of these guys are going to have different symbols. So if I talk to this guy and I back up, you see he's got a chair on the minimap now. I think I talked to him before, so he already had that chair, but the chair symbol shows he's a furniture. So as we talk to this person I haven't talked to before, interact. You can go through and gain knowledge of that person, and now you see it's just a conversation bubble, a red conversation bubble in the minimap and a green conversation bubble on the main screen, and that shows me that I can have a conversation with this person. At least I think that's what it means. Yeah, I can greet that person. That's what it is. And I think I believe as I interact with her more, I think that's going to unlock conversation ability. It doesn't look like it's available yet. Did I get that right? Let's see. I just talked to the wrong person. I was like, that's a conversation bubble. I don't understand. I was a little confused. I was like, have I completely misunderstood what I'm doing here? No. Okay. So I just interacted with the wrong person. Not enough knowledge to start a conversation. Interests, plants, Syrindia. Knowledge required required knowledge 0.5. So I need to gain more knowledge of plants, probably through gathering plants in Syrindia, in order to have a conversation with this person. And yeah, you see the amity in the bottom left-hand corner. I have a 4 out of, I'm guessing, bazillion. I have no idea how high that amity level goes, but it doesn't look like having higher amity actually unlocks anything as far as I can see for her. Let's go down this hill. I don't see anybody down here. Let's run down these rocks and run back into town. And I'm going to try to find somebody I can actually have a conversation with, so we can show you the interaction, the conversation mini game. Basically, I'm not going to probably not going to do very well with it. Okay, there's Izaro, stable keeper. So I've talked to him for the first time. Did he give a conversation? No, don't have the required knowledge for conversationing. If I was in my other town of Velia, I'd be able to have a conversation with all these people because I have a lot of knowledge in Velia, but I don't have enough in this area to do very much. I'm hoping one of these people will have something. Conversation, no. You have a quest, so I can click through this quest, go ahead and accept it. NPCs will give you quests. They'll have a little quest button that you can click through and read the information on. Check this person over here. Check this person over here. Contract workers, so we can buy contract workers from that person. We don't need them right now. Alright, I guess I'm going to do the conversation minigame in a separate video because I don't want to have you guys wait through that. What else do we got? There's obviously shop buttons, so if we find one of those vendors again, jeweler. Let's see if she has something to sell. She should. Shop. So here's the jeweler. You can see when I interact with, when I press the shop button down here, it opens up this window. I can purchase all these jewels. They have 30,000 cost each. If you mouse over them, you can see what they do, as with any item. That one's plus 1 AP. These are combined. These are items that I think combine with weapons and basically like enchantments. That is the way I understand the way that works. So there's a purchase button for buying anything the vendor is selling. You can push sell, and you can sell any of the items you have that they're willing to buy. Those are the items that she's willing to buy from me. We can click repurchase and repurchase the items. And sell, it looks like I can sell from here and sell all, or I can actually click in here, right click on it, and choose how many of those I want to sell. So that's something I didn't understand early on, is I couldn't understand how do I quickly sell all of a stack. And if you have the sell button open, it looks like you can sell all of a selected item. And that's pretty easy. Now if you do sell something to a vendor, I guess I can do, as an example, sell a health potion. Haven't actually done this before. There we go. Repurchase. I can now repurchase that health potion from the vendor. Boom. Does it actually cost anything? I don't even know. I lose 2 silver selling this HP potion and buying it back. So it looks like it sells for 24 and I have to buy it for 26. So there is a little bit of a cost to buying and selling, selling and repurchasing from a vendor, but it looks pretty fair to me. Down in the bottom left, you can determine whether or not you want to pay from your balance or pay from your storage. And it also talks about durability down here. If the item has less durability, you can sell it for less because it has less durability. If the item is sold for 500,000 coins or more, the money will be sent to storage. So that, the variety of goods, this is important. A vendor will sell more goods if they like you more. And it also depends on the status of the surrounding exploration nodes. So that's all kind of important. You can buy multiple down here, you can purchase down here, and that's it. I believe that's all we need to see on the shop level. What else? I think the only other thing I can think of is the conversations menu. Yeah, so we're going to do the conversations menu in a separate video because I don't know of anyone in this video, in this town, that actually will conversate with me. So join me in the next one for conversation tutorial. Hope you enjoyed this. Check out the other tutorials if you're interested in anything else. Feel free to click that subscribe button, and remember, keep it clean.